muleratikun. Slimo podona rundihodungaku hunkabe. Muchashak pakat. Kienono namapaule rachikun. Runda dihodungakun hunkabi. Wanakun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek. Tugnin chatukune mulerabes. Takumjus takmiki grabulmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Dolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Pamule slimo podadada nanga kumbist mulerabes. Tong haitwam chichi jumplumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwalea gandona chuchut. Kachichu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto dun. Chilamulane nindubobo. Wonga kumbis jang ba mulera. Kachikun ita hodonga. Ikinkunu ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe.
Yes, what's on your mind? Have I been quiet? Suppose I have. I guess I just don't like being left out of the loop. You want to be smart, do you? Fine, so long as I get some questions answered. For one thing, I want to know what the Jedi Council said to you. They pulled you in there and refused to tell me a thing about it.
That is none of your concern, Card, and you would do well to leave the matter be.
I respect you, Bastila, but you've been as closed-mouthed as the rest of the Council. If you won't talk to me, then maybe somebody else will. And why is that? You were a great help on Terrace, but why would they keep you with us? Don't they have to train you? That is completely beside the point. The Jedi encouraged you to stay with us, and I don't believe the reasons they gave. You're a neophyte Padawan who's been saddled with the responsibility of tracking down these star maps. Why? That's not normal. I am not trying to provoke you or to imply that you're somehow responsible for the Jedi Council, but give me a hand here. There has to be a reason. And what does that mean? Is this more of that destiny garbage that the Jedi keep talking about? Well, that can't be it. Well, I'll tell you this much, I'm not going to wait around until I'm betrayed again. Nothing, not yet. Just better hope I don't get a reason to. Look, I didn't mean it that way. I want to get to Saul, not... No, forget it. It just seems that all I can do is insult you, isn't it? Just forget I said anything. Let's just get on with what we were doing.
Achuta, wonga kunbis dolbi kikuyana. Dong patugas makdelia. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek. Tugnin chatukune mulerabes. Jeda badawana ni dibobo. Dong nabungsha nununya. Dong patukas makdelea. Kachikun ita hodonga. Ikinkunu ba mulerachikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Achuta, wonga kunbis dolbi kikuyana. Dong patugas makdelia. Runda di hodonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek. Tugnin chatukune mulerabes. Jeda badawana ni dibobo. Dong nabungsha nununya. Dong patukas makdelea. Kachikun itahodonga, ikinkunu pamulera-chikun, slimopodona rundihodunga ku hunkabe. Achuta, wonga kun bistulpi kikuyana, tong patugas maktelia. Kipuna, kavatumpa ku palea muka bata, jiyoko ku tumpa ku palea. Runda diho donga kun hankabi, wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek, tukning chatukun mulerabes. Kachikun itahodonga, ikinkunu pamulera-chikun, slimopodona rundihodunga ku hunkabe. Jedabadawana ni dibobo, tong nabungsha nununya, tong patukas maktalea. Muchashak pakat, kiyeno no namapaole rachikun. Runda diho donga kun hankabi, wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek, tukning chatukun mulerabes. Jedabadawana ni dibobo, tong nabungsha nununya, tong patukas maktalea. Kachikun itahodonga, ikinkunu pamulera-chikun, slimopodona rundihodunga ku hunkabe. Achuta, wonga kun bistulpi kikuyana, tong patugas maktelia. Jedabadawana ni dibobo, tong nabungsha nununya, tong patukas maktalea. Muchashak pakat, kiyeno no namapaole rachikun.
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was thinking about Terrace. I still can't believe it's gone. I mean, I grew up there and now it's just gone. What? How can you be so cruel? Millions of people dead and all you can say is get over it? Look, I'm not saying I can't go on or anything like that. It's a shock, you know? I mean, I knew the Sith were evil and all, but the reality of it kind of slaps you in the face. But I suppose that's why we need to stop Malik, right? The more time I spend dwelling on Terrace, the more chance some other planet will get wiped out. I guess that's what it comes down to. So don't worry about me. I'll be okay. And if you need my help against Malik or the Sith, I'll be there for you. Hey there, what can I do for you? No problem. Just so happens I've got one here I've been working on. Here you go. I'll just add it to our inventory. Anything else you need? I'm sorry for the way I acted before. It's just that when it comes to Lena, I tend to get a little worked up. My brother and me had a good thing going. Sure, Griff had his run-ins with the law on Terrace, but we got by okay, until Lena came and ruined everything. She was a dancer at the cantina where my brother used to go play Pazik. Griff could be a real smooth talker, and it wasn't long before the two of them were dating. But Lena was used to dating rich Teresian nobles, guys with mountains of credits. Griff could never give her the lifestyle she was used to, no matter how hard he worked. I thought Lena would brush Griff off when she saw how poor he was, but for some reason, she stuck around. I guess she saw the potential for a big payday down the road. After they'd been together for a few months, Griff told me he was leaving Terrace. He and Lena were going to try and make their fortune off-world. He promised as soon as he made enough credits he'd come back and get me, and we'd all live like royalty. That was 2 years ago. I haven't seen him since. I don't even know where he went. Oh, I know what happened. As soon as she got him off Terrace, Lena sunk her claws into Griff butt good. She twisted him around her little finger and made him forget all about me. I know I'll probably never see Griff again. But part of the reason I came with you was to hope that I could find out what happened to my brother. Don't worry. I won't let the search for Griff get in the way of what we're doing. Let's just get back to the task at hand. Is there anything else I can help you with? I'm not the one you should ask about Dantooine. I didn't even know there was a Jedi Academy here. I always thought it was just a bunch of settlers and farmers. Sorry I can't be more help, you know? Is there anything else I can do for you? Don't worry. I won't let the search for Griff get in the way of what we're doing. Let's just get back to the task at hand. Is there anything else I can help you with? Okay, have it your way.
Yeah, what do you want? Stimulants make a warrior out of even the weakest human. Here's a stamina-boosting stimulant to help you get tougher. There anything else you need? You want to hear tales of my exploits? Of the wars I've seen and fought, the enemies I've seen die by my hand? Sure, I'll humor you. My name's Canderous, of the Mandalorian clan Ordo. I've been fighting across the galaxy for 40 of your years. For my people, it is the honor and glory of battle that rules us. It's through combat that we prove our worth, gain renown, and make our fortunes. Win or lose, as long as the fight is worthy, then honor is gained. The glory at having triumphed over impossible odds is what drives us. If there's nothing at stake, your possessions, your life, your world, then the battle's meaningless. We Mandalore take everything we are and throw it into battle. It's the true test of yourself. The battle against death, against oblivion. The days of combat and glory and cheating death at every turn seem to be over now. I take what I can. Times have changed now. The Mandalore clans have been scattered across the Outer Rim. The Republic is in decline, and the Sith Empire rises to take its place. The clans as they were aren't a threat, but the galaxy still fears us. People think we war out of spite or bloodlust. They don't understand, and fear that. We only wanted the challenge of the battle, and glory from it, win or lose. And we lost. But now I have no real challenges. Crushing Davik's enemies and the pathetic gangs in the lower city of Taris could not be considered the most glorious of tasks. When I think of the battles I've fought, the thousands I've killed, the worlds I've burned, I weep for my past. We will never again speak of this. We've got work to do, so let's get to it.
I feel I must apologize for the way I acted towards you before in the grove. It was wrong of me. I realize you have justification, but that anger only leads to the dark side. Please do not fall into the same trap that caught me. I thought that too, but I was wrong. The dark side is most devious and deceptive. It can find the smallest weakness to exploit. I hope that by helping you in your task, I may redeem myself in your eyes, and in my own. You mock me. I will do what it takes to redeem myself in the eyes of my peers. I will succeed. I will prove myself to you and to everyone. I will be a faithful companion to you and Bastila as long as our journey may last.
How can I help?
I do? How did you know?
I'm a Jedi. I am far too disciplined to betray my emotions with outward physical displays. We both know the real reason you have some idea of what I'm thinking, the bond we share. Why do you still try to deny the existence of this bond between us? Like it or not, we are linked, as our shared vision of the star map proved. Our connection allows us glimpses into each other's mind. We can feel some of what the other feels, and what I feel within you troubles me. A Padawan must receive considerable training. They must learn to control their emotions and darker impulses. Often it takes years before using the Force can be considered safe. The fact that you are so strong in the Force and have had such relatively little training could have terrible consequences. For you, and for everyone around you. This is not a joke. The choices you make could affect both our destinies, not to mention the fate of the Republic and the entire galaxy. There is much at stake. Already you exhibit the kind of willfulness, erratic behavior, and lack of compassion that will lead you to corruption. We must all resist the influence of the dark side. It's everything we are fighting against. This is doubly important for you, with your natural affinity for the Force. I'm not trying to harass you, but you must understand the trials and perils that lie ahead. For you and for me. Our destinies are intertwined. Everything one of us does will have consequences for the other. Any reckless behavior on your part is likely to affect me as well. That is not true. I am worried about myself, but also about you. I would rather see neither of us come to any harm. Your power could be a gift or a curse. When you need guidance or advice or support, I will do my best to help you stay on the path of the light. No, of course not. Not yet. But there will be challenges ahead that might make it otherwise. I only hope I have the wisdom to help you through the dark times. But for now, we should return to our mission.
Yes, what's on your mind? Dantooine's a boring place. It's all plains and herders and small settlements. Perfect for the Jedi to lose themselves in, I guess. Well, that's all I can think of, at any rate. You got it.
Mission, is that you? It's me, Lena, remember? I was dating your brother back on Terrace. Lena? What are you doing here? Where's Griff? I'm just passing through. Griff and I broke up a few months after we left Terrace together. Probably for the best. Your brother can be charming, Mission, but he's bad news. Don't you start trashing my brother, you cantina rat! Take that back or I'll smack you so hard your head tails will pop off! Mission, what's wrong with you? Why are you acting this way? Yeah, I know how she feels. Griff can be pretty frustrating. I guess that's why Mission didn't want to come with us when we left Terrace. You liar! Griff told me that you didn't want his little sister tagging along. That's why he had to leave me behind. Is that what the hut spawn told you? I wanted you to come with us, Mission. I even offered to pay for your ticket. Why not? I paid for everything else while I was with that freeloader. But he told me you didn't want to leave Terrace. I said we shouldn't even go then. But he said we'd come back and get you after we struck it rich on Tatooine. Just another one of his lies. No, you're the one who's lying. Griff wouldn't... He wouldn't try to leave me behind. Think about it. If Griff wasn't trying to ditch you, Mission, then why didn't he tell you where we were going? After we left Terrace, he told me looking after you was holding him back. Griff's always looking to blame other people for his own problems. That's why he abandoned you. He did the same thing to me, too. As soon as I ran out of money, he started blaming me for all of his problems. Like it's my fault his get-rich-quick schemes never work out. Still on Tatooine as far as I know. Not that I really care anymore. And if Mission was smart, she'd forget about that no-good con artist. But Griff is my brother. I just can't pretend he doesn't exist. If he was here to defend himself, Lena wouldn't be saying all this bad stuff about him. Hey, if you want to talk to Griff, go ahead. Last I heard he was going to make a fortune working the Zerka Corp mines on Tatooine. But as far as I'm concerned, he's out of my life forever. Griff's better off without you anyway, you table-dancing, brother-stealing home wrecker. I guess that's my cue to leave then. I didn't mean to upset you, Mission. But one day you'll see I'm right about your brother. I only hope it's not too late by then.
Lord Malak, the Star Forge is operating at 200% capacity, far beyond our expectations.
I am more interested in the young Jedi Bastila and her battle meditation. Have you learned how she escaped the destruction of Taris?
She was aided by Karth Onasi, a decorated war hero of the Republic and a legendary soldier. During the Mandalore Wars, he was honored many times for his bravery.
You know this man?
Yes, Lord Malak. He served under me when I still followed the Republic. You could say I was his mentor.
Interesting. How did you acquire this information, Admiral?
An eyewitness, Lord Malak. Calo Nord, a bounty hunter, was there when Bastila and Karth escaped the planet. Apparently, they left him for dead.
A Jedi and a war hero. It's a wonder you survived the encounter.
I am hard to kill, Lord Malak.
Calo has agreed to help us capture the young Bastila for a very hefty fee, of course. But I assure you he is well worth the price. His reputation as a bounty hunter is well earned.
Her companions are nothing to me, Calo. but I desire the young Jedi taken alive, if at all possible.
Lord Malak, forgive me. There is something else. May we have a private audience away from the ears of the common soldiers?
I trust you are not wasting my time, Admiral Kareth.
I promise you will be very interested in what Kallo has to tell you about Bastila's other companions, Lord Malak.
The Force has given us a vision, like the one we shared on Dantooine. Did you see it? Of course. You must have. The Force is strong with us both. Tatooine is known for little but blowing sand. I find it surprising that there would be a star map somewhere in its desolate wastes. Perhaps, though that would have been tens of thousands of years in the past. Now there's nothing but the howling emptiness of the Dune Sea. The star map would likely have to be within some kind of shelter to protect it against dust and sandstorms. I suspect there are many such caves and caverns hidden in the sands of the Dune Sea. The creatures of this world probably use them as their lairs. No doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Yes, what's on your mind? Tatooine's just a desert planet. I hear the mining isn't going so well. I bet the colony gets abandoned before long. Well, that's all I can think of, at any rate. You got it.
Kipuna, Bonana Kichu. Selimo wanga kunbitkin. Mucho shakapaka. Mucho shakapaka. Mucho shakapaka. Mucho shakapaka. Tonki ba non tontek. Kipuna, bonana kichu. Selimo wanga kunbitkin. Tonki ba non tontek. Tong abuk shami nonok. Tong abuk shami nonok. Tonki ba non tontek. Selimo wanga kunbitkin. Tonki ba non tontek. Tong abuk shami nonok. Tonki ba non tontek. Tong abuk shami nonok. Mucho shakapaka. Tong abuk shami nonok. Tonki ba non tontek. Kipuna, bonana kichu. Kipuna, bonana kichu. Mucho shakapaka. Mucho shakapaka. Tong abuk shami nonok. Mucho shakapaka. Selimo wanga kunbitkin. Kipuna, bonana kichu. Kipuna, bonana kichu. Tonki ba non tontek. Tonki ba non tontek. Tong abuk shami nonok. Mucho shakapaka. Selimo wanga kunbitkin. Kipuna, bonana kichu. Kipuna, bonana kichu. Kipuna, bonana kichu. Tonki ba non tontek. Mucho shakapaka. Tonki ba non tontek. Tonki ba non tontek. Mucho shakapaka. Tong abuk shami nonok.
Hey there, what can I do for you? Don't tell me you believe Lena's lies. Griff might be working as a miner on Tatooine, but the rest of her story is Bantha Poodoo. You can't trust someone like her. At least Griff's free of her clutches. I'd like to go speak to the Zerka Corp rep on Tatooine if we have time. Maybe I can arrange to see my brother again. Sure, I understand. Saving the galaxy and all. All I'm saying is, if we get time to make a quick side trip to Tatooine, look, just think about it, okay?
Welcome to Anchorhead, potential customer. Zerka Corporation stands ready to serve. After some formalities, of course. First, your ship is not on our list of planned arrivals for today. There is a docking fee of 100 credits because of this. Zerka Corporation maintains this docking station at great expense. It is within our rights to refuse landing permission. And I warn you, we've had troublemakers before. The bay is lined with autoguns. Violence is not a survivable option. The immediate benefit is access to these ferry docking facilities. This is the only port in Anchorhead. Once you've paid, we will offer trade services as well. We're not unreasonable, we just want to cover expenses. I assure you that the fee is non-negotiable. We have a very thin margin of profit on this world. That does make sense. I suppose I could let it go this time. We need the business. This will cover any future landings as well. It's like a registration, so we can serve you better when you return. Now, as a customs officer, I can provide information on services. Is this visit business or pleasure? That's not much information. Could you tell me more? You a digger? I've heard of ruins being found now and then, but they've always been stripped by sand people soon after. You're not going to get anywhere with them. I guess you could ask around, but I doubt you'll learn anything different. You could always ask a Jawa. It's hard to tell what they know. It depends on what level of risk you want to take. You could ask at the Zerka office if any bounties need collecting. That's in central Anchorhead. While you're at the office, ask for a hunting license so you can sell trophies to Faza in his lodge, just north of them. I suppose you could also take up swoop racing. Talk to the hut at the registration office by the track. That's in West Anchorhead. I can't say I know which of these jobs is the most dangerous. I stay away from all of them. There isn't much to tell. It's a very old planet, well past its prime. Zerka Corporation is the only company with any interest in it. It's not a very pretty world, but there is opportunity here if you know where to look. I can't really get into that. It hasn't been a very smooth operation. I shouldn't get into it. No, it's common knowledge, so there's no harm in telling you. It's a tale of bad business. You see, Zerka Corporation staked their claim to this planet based on some very promising geological surveys. Unfortunately, that information was incorrect, and possibly even an attempted sabotage by a rival company. Not totally barren. There were a few good years of mining, and limited operations are still in place. But the ore is flawed. It has peculiar properties. They've had to look at other forms of business. Zerka Corporation has really tried to hide this, but it just seems that Tatooine metal is unfit for effective manufacturing. I would imagine that this outpost will eventually be abandoned. Nobody is making any money here. Of course, this rock may have been settled a few times, so look for some other company to get stuck with it. Pursuits that appeal to the casual traveler. There are some fearsome native species that provide exciting hunting. There are also lengthy barren wastes that serve as fine swoop tracks. Attracting business has been slow, however. Very little. There are hints that it might once have been a lush world, but I can't picture it as anything but a desert. Native sentient species have no records going back that far. That was hundreds of years ago, maybe thousands. Of course, the native species are not very willing to tell anyone anything. They're barely more than animals. The Sand People. They're vicious and attack outsiders on sight. More animal than anything, really. Maybe they know the history of Tatooine. Maybe they don't. Impossible to tell. They won't cooperate. Not personally, but they've given Zerka Corporation a rough time. It's hard enough mining this rock without suffering random attacks. I think the company has even put a bounty on them, but I'm sure not going to try for it. It depends on what level of risk you want to take. You could ask at the Zerka office if any bounties need collecting. That's in the central anchorhead. While you're at the office, ask for a hunting license so you can sell trophies to Faza in his lodge, just north of them. I suppose you could also take up swoop racing. Talk to the hut at the registration office by the track. That's in West Anchorhead. I can't say I know which of these jobs is the most dangerous. I stay away from all of them. There is no need for that. I'm just doing my job. You are free to move as you wish.
Uchua penki, tong itwamaji, human act in ikatune, chi itakanki, chana kilikon, chiwak aita kanki, baba Hassan shan, no ba mulira kilai kuka. Ki mulira kun kin, tong hitwama ak inkotune. Chiwak aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Kun muliras nimo poiwangak tong itwamaji human act in ikatune chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi inkotune chuna mulira tong itwamaji kona. Tong kipa non kunek abog. Chiwak aita kang kicha na chupornibo. Kun muliras nimo poiwangak tong itwamaji human act in ikatune baba Hassan shan. No ba mulira tilai kuka. Chiwi aita ka tong chicha. Agi inkotune chuna mulira tong itwamaji kona. Tong kipa non kunek abog. Ki mulira kun kin. Tong hitwama ak inkotune. Chiwak aita kang kicha na chupornibo. kun muli ras nimo poiwangak tang ituamaji human act in ikatune. Ki muli ra kun king. Tong hituama act inkotune. Smilia! Tingkuin ko ka, patoga yak fuli ko kala Gigi!
Business is up a little, so leave me to my work.
Yes, what's on your mind? Sorry, can't be much help with that.
Hey there, what can I do for you? I always heard Tatooine was nothing but a rock covered by a bunch of worthless sand. I can't even figure out why Zerka Corp set up their mining operations here. Sorry I can't be more help, you know? Is there anything else I can do for you? I've been thinking about Lena and what she said about Griff. You know, how he was always blaming other people for his problems? There might be something to what she said. No, of course not. Not really. But what if it was his idea to leave me behind? I'm not saying Griff would just abandon me, but maybe he did want to leave me behind. Just temporarily, you know? He might have done that if he planned on coming back later, but things don't usually work out for Griff the way he planned, you know? And that's when he'd get in trouble. He was always borrowing money he could never pay back. He might have been trying to skip out on his debts when he left Harris. He would have to leave his little sister behind so it would look like he was coming back. Yeah, well, no, not exactly. Look, all I'm trying to say is that the more I think back, the more I realize I might be idolizing my brother a bit, not seeing all his faults. I still want to find him. I need to see him again. It's just that I'm not sure how I'll react when I do. Maybe. We'll see. I don't want to judge him yet. Maybe Lena was lying. Or maybe she wasn't. All I know is I'd like to speak to Griff myself. If we have time, I'd like to go talk to the Zerka Corp rep on Tatooine and see what he has to say about where my brother is now.
You never know what the Sith will do. Look at Terrace. Was there any reason for what happened there?
Please, will you help me? I have nothing left. I'll try not to take up too much of your time. I realize that everyone is out for themselves on Tatooine. My husband was a hunter, killed out on the dunes. This raid plate is all I have left. Please, will you buy it? I don't need a handout. I just can't sell it to Faza without a license. Please, I'm worried about having it. They're so rare. I still can't believe he's gone. What do you want to know? Nobody saw anything, and most of the other hunters never even knew him. He had just started. I don't trust any of them. But those Gamorreans, they just laugh when they see me. I think they did it. It doesn't matter. There's no justice on Tatooine. I don't care what happens to them. I just need credits.
No justice. Makes you wonder sometimes if the Republic even exists at all out here.
I've got to think about my family, not those vicious pigs. Will you buy it? I can't sell it myself. They're worth more than 500 credits. What? Please tell me you're kidding. I can't get any lower than this, and you would take advantage? Please, no! Take it then. But you may as well have just killed me. You've trapped us here with nothing.
Why did you do that? It's not like we're badly in need of credits, for crying out loud.
You have no conscience. That plate was all I had. We're trapped here now. All because of you. Darkness take you, monster.
This isn't right. We should be helping people, not making their lives miserable.
Ako ba, Cheko ba? Gino mulira king paija, slimo po tuama? Mucho shak pakat. Kieno no dama paole rachikun. Jedo baduana ni dibobo. Dong na bungsha nununya. Dong batukas magdalea. Takom jus dak miki grabar mogo. Kachi ita hodunga.
Get lost, Tenderfoot. I hunt Desert Raid. I don't babysit. Easy now, I'm not looking for a fight. This is a friendly place to gather. You're kidding, right? Easy now, come on. Look, I don't want any trouble. I'll just leave, all right? Don't worry about me. Every ship that lands brings a new hotshot. I don't have the time.
There's only one language you Gamorreans ever understand, a blaster to your forehead.
What can I do for you? Did my wife send you? This ain't about credits, is it?
Whoa, what'd you say? You know, I come here because the guards stop your kind of trouble before it starts. Well, actually, they probably are. But I'll save you the trouble of testing it. I'm leaving. I'm not wasting ammunition on a fight with you. I've raid to hunt. We meet on the dunes, you watch out.
Ciao baso, Gino Molirani Bubo, Tonkin Ba, Loku Nexak. Chiwi Aita Ka Tong Chicha, Agi Inko Tune, Chuna Molira, Tangi Wama Chikona, Tonkit Pa Nonku Nek Abog, Chiwa Aita Kan Kicha Na, Chupornibo, Kun Mulira Slimo Poiwanga, Tangi Twamaji, Human Act in Ikatune. Chiwi Aita Ka Tong Chicha, Agi Inko Tune, Chuna Molira, Tangi Wama Chikona, Tonkit Pa Nonku Nek Abog, Chiwa Aita Kan Kicha Na, Chupornibo, Kun Mulira Slimo Poiwanga, Tangi Twamaji, Human Act in Ikatune. Chiwi Aita Ka Tong Chicha, Agi Inko Tune, Chuna Molira, Tangi Wama Chikona, Tonkit Pa Nonku Nek Abog, Chiwa Aita Kan Kicha Na, Chupornibo, Kun Mulira Slimo Poiwanga, Tangi Twamaji, Human Act in Ikatune. Chiwi Aita Ka Tong Chicha, Agi Inko Tune, Chuna Molira, Tangi Wama Chikona, Tonkit Pa Nonku Nek Abog, Chiwa Aita Kan Kicha Na, Chupornibo, Kun Mulira Slimo Poiwanga, Tangi Twamaji, Human Act in Ikatune. Baba Hassan Shan, no ba Mulira Tilai Kuka.
Something you want? I don't have a lot of time for talk, so please, make it quick. Is there some kind of problem? I'm just doing my job. I don't want any trouble from you. Hey, why are you threatening me? I just repair the crawlers. It's not like I'm packing away the credits. I don't need this. What are you trying to prove? What is this, a mugging or are you begging? Look, here's a few creds. Now leave me alone. Don't need some crazy surge slime threatening me. Got sand people for that.
La boda ni winki smak toma. Wana kun bes jingpa ma rulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja mulira rabes. Uba patu kochi. Tong nong bong shang nung yang. Tong katok smak delia. Kuya mi jus kuna jiktanai. Ina kun ba ma rulira rachikun. Slimo patona. Undi hadonga chikon kabi. La boda ni winki smak toma. Wana kun bes jingpa ma rulira. Tok jingbang non kek. Tok ninja mulira rabes.